Good morning, everybody. So happy to see you. So delighted to be here. Let's start with meditation. Take your attention inside, down below your belly button. Allowing yourself to get quiet. We are in one of the turbulent times of a lunar eclipse, which happened this morning, sometime a little after 7. And eclipses for the 3 days before, the day of, and the 3 days after tend to be tumultuous internally. And so when we experience that tumult, we look for all kinds of explanations in our outer life. What's wrong with our life that's causing this inner torment? And the truth is, nothing. It's not our life, it's what's happening in the stars. And to know that the moon, which is our emotional center, is eclipsed, as in we can't reach it. It means that we feel all kinds of cut off from ourselves, but it's not our fault. It's happening in the sky. And when we understand that, the most potent thing you can do during an eclipse is to meditate, because it's a time that the veils are thin and we can get close to God. And any mantra that we say during the eclipse time is multiplied in quality by 100%. Or no, it's 10 times. So if we say 100 mantras, it's 1,000. If we say 1,000, it's 10,000. So whatever we do, that's just an analogy for whatever we do to cultivate our relationship with the divine in this time is completely augmented by the divine coming toward us. Things are thin, the veils are thin, and so as we open, what's available is way bigger than normal. So take your attention inside, down below your belly button, gathering your awareness, allowing it to drop down below your belly button. As you come into your body, into presence in this world, as we drop our attachment to all the reactions that are happening between our ears. So feel your energy settle low. And it's fine to just do the Om sound on your exhale inside yourself to quiet things down. And when you're ready, gently take your attention to the tip of your tailbone. And now follow the shimmering light that goes down from your tailbone into the center of the earth. Feeling our connection to Mother Earth, who provides the abundance to serve every being on this planet. Feel for our interdependence with the field of the earth. When you're ready, take your attention to your sex chakra, the second chakra. And hold it there, bringing your attention to the stillness in the center of that energy center. And the stillness can be found in the space between the breaths. When you're ready, allow your attention to move up to the energy center below your belly button. And on your exhale, say the Om, either silently or aloud, into the center of the energy center, focusing all your attention there. When you're ready, allow your attention to move up to the solar plexus at the bottom of the rib cage. Breathing into that space. And saying the Om sound into the center between the breaths. When you're ready, allow your attention to rise up to your heart center. Say the Om sound into the center of your chest as you feel for the stillness between the breaths. When you're ready, allow your attention to rise up to your throat center. When you're ready, allow your attention to rise to the third eye in the center of your head, behind and between your eyebrows. Saying the Om sound into the stillness between the breaths. When you're ready, feel for the energy center at the top of your head. When you're ready, follow the circulation of the energy in and around your body with your breath. When you're ready, holding your attention inside, gently, gently open your eyes, slowly letting the light in as you hold to your inner space. How may we serve today? It was so much fun last week to be together in the same place. It was really a great joy. And we're happy that you came. Mhm. So, what's up this morning, aside from the eclipse?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
What's up?
I just, well, there's a couple of light things, light news. First of all, Constance, that cake on Sunday was so fantastic. We brought home the piece that was left and I put it in the freezer and got it out on Wednesday for Wells's 83rd birthday. So we
Wow.
celebrated twice with it. It was the perfect thing. And also, I don't know why I've been spared the eclipse tumult, but this week has been really wonderful, ending up yesterday with a visit from our leaf guard gutter guy who's going to the crew is going to replace all the gutters in on the house and all the rotten fascia, it turns out. But anyway, the encounter was so wonderful. Ended up with him recommending um, a book on yoga because he does yoga. And I realized that our tree guy gave us a mala and a mantra, and our gutter guy gave us a recommendation for a book. And um, the encounter was just more than lovely. Um, and the week has been filled with a lot of gardening, which I've been able to do because the weather has been nice. Anyway, I was so grateful this week for having been able to be with you all on Sunday. Zooming is wonderful, but being with you all in person was just another order of lovely. Um, I'm wondering how Nancy's doing right now. Um, does anyone know?
No.
No? Okay. Because I'll let Carol tell you that she's got COVID. And we were wondering if anybody in the group had COVID when we met. Hopefully not. Anyway, I love you all, and I'm just so pleased to be able to be in this group with these people.
Exact sentiments, I think all around. I think we had a wonderful, wonderful time. Yes. And COVID is everywhere right now. My um one of my relatives has it, and it's just but she wasn't here and we haven't been exposed to her. But uh yeah, it's just everywhere. And it's not surprising to me to hear that anybody close has gotten it because it's just, I mean, it's everywhere. And of course, there are a few things we recommend. Vitamin C, 4 grams, lipospheric or liposomal, whatever you can get that your gut won't react to. And then the essential oil Melissa, 1 drop of that on your tongue a couple times a day does wonders to fight virus. It's really good. It tastes like paint thinner, but it's really not that I've ever tasted paint thinner, but it it has that, sort of quality to it. But it's worth it because it really boosts your immune system. Uh, and then 30 milligrams of zinc is really important to fight the virus. There's a Chinese herbal medicine called yin chow. Uh, and I'm not sure if that's available over the internet. I'll look for it and send you a URL if I find it. I'm sure it's available somewhere. It's just it comes in a green and white box with tablets, and you take 4 tablets at once. Is that it, Andrew?
Show.
Yin chow, yeah.
You know, it's why it's so
Yeah.
hard to OD on it.
Yeah, he's saying it's hard to overdose on it, so you can take that a couple of times a day, 2 or 3 times a day. So I'll find it and send it to you. Those are the main things. Anything else, Andrew? Yeah. But it comes and basically they say uh symptoms are worse the first 5 days and then it gets better.
Would Golden Cabinet have yin chow?
Absolutely, Golden Cabinet has yin chow. Yeah, it's called Yin Chow San at Golden Cabinet. SAN, yeah. And Golden Cabinet will mail it too. They'll send it.
So I started feeling sick on Tuesday when I was just about to head out in my camper for a camping trip.
Wow.
And I just thought I was getting a little bit of a scratchy throat. So I took some vitamin C and zinc and tea and stuff like that and headed out. And yeah, then I fever went up to 105 that night and
Ooh,
not 105, sorry, stop, take that
100.5.
back. Yeah, no, 102. It was
102 is still pretty hefty fever.
yeah, I was feeling it. Yeah, so that was the worst of it, and Wednesday was bad. I had a whole trip planned and to join up with my daughter, but I came home. I came home and went through all the processes, feeling really crappy, achy, and just awful. And I'm feeling better now, but really dizzy, super dizzy.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah,
Soup, get bone broth.
yes, yeah. I'm gonna do that as soon as we're done here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can have it delivered before you can, get out, it's worth
Yeah.
it.
I actually went to the doctor when I got home on Thursday. I went to the doctor and because I called in and I said, I'm really sick and I might have COVID. And they said, well, just wear a mask and come in. So I wasn't going to come in unless they said it's
Hmm.
okay. But yeah, so
How many days did it take you to test positive?
well, so Thursday I didn't have a test at home, so they tested me at the office and on Thursday, and that's when I tested quite positive. Yeah.
And did they offer you Paxlovid?
Yeah, but it costs now hundreds of dollars.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's almost too late for me anyway, because you have to catch it.
yeah. In the first 3 days, you have to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, but it's good to hear that 5 days because I'm on day 5.
Yeah. So it should peak about now.
Okay, good.
And they say the first 3 days are the worst. Is that your experience?
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Because the fever went down to 101 on Wednesday and then 99 on Thursday, and now it's back to normal. So
Oh,
there's
good.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the main thing, that dizziness is dehydration.
Okay, I've been trying to really
Yeah.
hydrate the
It's
water, but
hard.
it is hard. It's really hard, you think you can do it, but sometimes I drink water and I just choke on it. I can't glug down a
Yeah.
whole glass of
Well,
water.
warmer's better.
Mm,
And, even salt is better than uh, just plain water. Put some salt in it. But, broth is the best.
okay, I'll get on the broth. I have some frozen, some good bone broth frozen, so
Yeah. Do that. Do that.
good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm glad we're having this conversation because the odds of getting COVID now are very high for any of us.
Mm.
So we're masking with all our patients now. Yes, can't hear you.
Come.
There you go. Go ahead. Nope, can't hear you. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll start over. Carol, I just made bone broth. I'm going to bring it today, give it to Cami, and have her get it to you. So there you go.
Awesome, thanks. Meanwhile, I've
Love
got
you.
my frozen that's homemade too, so that'll be great.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna live on bone broth for a while, I think.
Good
Yeah, there
idea.
you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank
Love
you.
you. Bye.
Hmm. Feel better soon. You actually look quite vital.
Thank you. Yeah, when you feel like, wow, this is really bad, and you even wondering if maybe you're on your way out, and then you come back, it really feels like a rebirth of sorts. So,
Yeah, it's your immune system doing push-ups.
right. Yeah, I'm glad it's still there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks. And I hope I got it for the rest of us there. And we're done. That's my hope.
Yeah. I doubt if you got it from anybody in the group. Quite, everybody's pretty isolated.
Yeah, I don't know where I got it though. I really don't. I mean, unless it's food, because really Sunday would have been the day if I was showing up on Tuesday, right? I don't know.
Mm. It can take anywhere from 2 to 14 days to show up.
Oh,
It
okay.
depends
Well,
on your immune system. Some people get symptoms within 24 hours, and some people it takes weeks.
okay.
So there's no knowing.
Okay. That's also good to know. Um, just
And generally, you're contagious 2 days before you get symptoms. That's how the virus survives.
oh, well, that's not good. I know. Hmm.
I've just been reading about it because people close to me are getting it.
Yeah, they said that at the office too. They said a lot of cases coming through.
Mhm. We hope it's the worst thing that's out there.
Really. Yeah. So, yeah, so everybody take good care.
Mm. What else? How may we serve? Andrew, anything? Hmm. Oh, he's asleep.
talk about the eclipse.
So Andrew asked me to talk about the eclipse. So a few things about it. It's a lunar eclipse. And the more gentle thing about it this time is that it is not visible from the US. So when eclipses happen, there tend to be events following the eclipse, and they tend to happen in the areas where the eclipse is visible. So they're often natural events. And so there are things like, well, wars, earthquakes, fires, storms, hurricanes, natural disaster kinds of things happen. And depending on our astrology, where it occurs in our horoscope in different areas of the zodiac, the areas where the eclipse happens for us may be impacted. So I'll give you an example for Rebecca. Rahu and Ketu. Rahu is in Aquarius and Ketu is in Leo. And so these houses, particularly Ketu, is in the sixth house of enemies, disease, debts, things like this. Also details and medicine and pets are all included in sixth house issues. So because medicine is there, it may mean that she'll get busy with the disease of others because of the nature of how she's living her life. Or it could be that she could get sick herself, or, that's could become an issue. These are all sixth house concerns. And then Rahu is in her 12th house, and the 12th house is the house of loss, expenses, death sometimes is considered a 12th house issue, but not always. And longevity can be seen in other places in the chart. But it's also the house of ashrams and institutions and hospitals, things like that. And it's spiritual practice is a 12th house. Also, they call it bed pleasure in Hindu astrology. So one's sex life can be seen in the sixth house. And how comfortable your bed is also, and how well you sleep is also a 12th house issue. So it's like that. Each of the 12 houses in the zodiac have different functions in our lives. And so when planets go through these different areas, then the arena that the planets cover are affected, that the house covers are affected by the planets as they come through. So Ketu tends to emphasize spiritual practice and can give people an aversion to worldly life, which can cause, quite a bit of damage to one's worldly life if you stop paying attention. And so that's the double edge. Every planet has a double edge. Whereas Rahu, the planet of insatiable desire, can make us completely focused on financial success and wealth and making a name for ourselves, or anything in the world that we might get obsessive about. Rahu will hang on to that, attach onto that, and activate it. So that's in a nutshell about the eclipse. Anything else, Andrew? Does that?
No, how to be with it.
Okay, how to be with it is understand that it's a potent time for inner work. So meditation and mantra are really, really powerful during an eclipse period. And the eclipse period starts 3 days before the eclipse, the day of the eclipse, and then 3 days after. So that, and eclipses are considered to be perilous times in Vedic astrology. There are times where you don't start anything new. You be cautious in your life and quiet and pay attention to your spiritual life. Eclipses are good for that. And there is eclipse season, which, because this will be followed by a solar eclipse. I'm not sure of the exact date, but I'll tell you next week. Yes.
So I've been finding this week to be more focused on meditation and the mantra. And one of the things that I'm confronting, I think you'd call it that, is more than ever the random thoughts. The way I've been dealing with them is become aware of them, acknowledge them, and try to let them go. And it seems, though, that they're inexhaustible, that there's no like final, I don't have the final say as to whether or not they keep occurring. And it's not really a problem, but it's annoying in a way. I mean, I hesitate to use the word annoying because it's just like, okay, yeah, I hear you, bye. And a lot of times it's like pride also. Yeah, oh, that was a good girl, kind of thing. Um, you did well there, or whatever. And I go, mm-hmm, right, okay, thank you. And but it's just always, I mean, does everybody have that when they're meditating? I mean, I feel like it's just constant, and that yes, I can focus and feel into the stillness in between the breaths, which I also have a question about. Between the breaths, is that what happens with me? Is I inhale and exhale, and that's when the stillness is accessible. Um, Not in the inhale at the end of the inhale. That's a technicality, but it has been a question. Anyway, I think you got what I'm getting at about the flow of thoughts.
Well, interestingly, the solution is stop expecting it to change. Just allow it to be
Okay.
there. It's the
Yeah.
expectation that it shouldn't be there or that sometime it's going to disappear or that anything. What changes our experience is the intensity of our desire to know God.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you that thoughts ever stop, but if we expect them to stop, then we will be annoyed forever. I can tell you
Okay,
that.
good to know. Good to
Does,
know
does that
that
make
there's
sense
nothing.
to you?
Oh gosh, yes. There was a thought that there wasn't anything wrong with the thoughts, but it seemed like an interference. Um, it's like if you're trying to meditate and somebody's got their radio on really loud or something, I've learned to be able to um, incorporate or include whatever is going on around me, but internally was more difficult.
Well, externally, when things happen, they can be omens or, especially nature happening or unexpected events around us and so those are worth paying attention to. When we are meditating and our mind doesn't stop, first of all, taking your attention away from between your ears helps enormously. The further
Yes,
you are from what's happening between your ears, the less impactful it is. And then really what we said is the key. Stop expecting it to change, and then it won't be annoying. Are clouds in the sky annoying because we can't see the air? Or they just happen. There's nothing to be done about it, and we don't really notice because we don't feel like we're being deprived. But if we
right.
feel like it's supposed to be still,
Mm-hmm.
the interesting thing about our system is that it's completely dynamic. It's always in motion. It's always changing. It's always responding. And most of the responses that happen in our physical body have nothing to do with us. And it's a good thing, or if we had to remember to breathe, we'd be dead a long time ago. And so most of what happens inside us is not up to us. And
And that
so
includes the thoughts.
it includes the thoughts.
Okay.
And so
Okay, well,
the idea that
just
we can control anything is faulty.
well, but there is a thing about letting them go. Like I feel like they're an invitation to get on a train to go to, I always say Sheboygan, and I let go. I don't get on the train.
But even going through the action of acknowledging is getting involved. Don't even know you're thinking. Pay attention
Mm,
to what's in between the thoughts.
huh.
What's real is what's in between everything that's not real.
Mhm.
What's
Okay.
real is in the background.
Yeah.
So that makes
Behind and beyond everything. Yeah.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
can get that.
Yeah,
I can
so pay attention to that and everything else will recede.
Okay, so it's not about making the thoughts go away. It's about
You've been trying to do that for how many decades?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And that's why I brought it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
reason to bring
well,
it up.
recently, because I've been more consistent with the meditation and the breathing and the mantra, I've been noticing the
Oh,
inter.
yes. And then you notice how annoyed you get. And
Well, yeah,
that
it's not
but
super annoyed,
but
but it,
that annoyance is a clue about something in you that is worth investigating in you. Just self-inquiry, what is that desire to have everything be different in that moment? I mean, we all have it. We're
right,
we're calling it to your attention because you're talking.
right.
It's it.
Well, what I'm wishing for at that moment is to let go and be spacious. Um, so there is a desire there. And what I'm hearing you say is that let go of the desire for it to be any different.
Well, really what we're saying is let go of any expectation so that it can show you what's real. When you want it to be some particular way, then you're trying to control your experience of what divinity is. And because we don't know what it is, the hardest thing is to allow it to show us, to completely get out of the way so that something deeper can be experienced. And we don't know what that is.
No.
So allowing ourselves to not know what that is, but to just keep looking at the space, to keep feeling into the space and allow it to show us whatever it wants us to know.
Hmm. Okay. I've got a clue. Thank you.
Yes. It's always about being and never about doing.
And even trying to let go of the thoughts is doing.
Trying to do anything is doing. Trying to be quiet. This is why we use allow rather than surrender. There's no action that can take us to God. There is only allowing God to become apparent to us.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I'm so grateful that the divine is always available.
Absolutely. You can count on it.
Yeah. Thank you, love.
Mm. Anything else? Yeah, well, we're all kind of slipping back into meditation, so we might as well just allow it to happen. Mm. Mm. Thank you so much for coming today. It's such a joy to be with you. Mm. Till next week, we love this and you so much. Be well. Thank you. Till next time.